The next question is from Samer. I think that's how you say it. I was waiting for this live for a long time. Oh, we have one most weeks. You don't have to wait too much. I really want to try your recipes for a long time, but have a big obstacle. I'm in Syria, where I can't find most of the essentials, such as meso and thermo cultures. Are there any alternatives? Amazon doesn't deliver here. Okay, so are there alternatives? Yes, there are. So for thermophilic starter cultures, what you can do is inoculate your milk with a live yogurt. You shouldn't have too many problems at all. So you add in about for 8 litres or 2 gallons of milk, you can add in about 250 grams of yogurt or a cup of yogurt, 250 mils, roughly about the same. And that will inoculate your cheeses if you're making cheeses that call for a thermophilic culture. It'll be on par with the taste. There will be, because yogurt usually has a thermophilic culture called Bulgaricus in there, which adds to a bit of tang. You may find your cheeses are a little bit acidic, but experiment with that. So that's one alternative. For mesophilic starter cultures, what you can do, you may be able to find some cultured buttermilk in supermarkets and places like that. I don't know what the current situation is there in Syria. But yeah, you're looking for what's called, here in Australia anyway, and throughout a lot of the world, it's called cultured buttermilk, or a cultured drink, a cultured milk drink. And you'll find that most of those have live mesophilic starter cultures in them, and you can add them to your milk. Now, all that being said, that's if you're using pasteurized milk. If you're using raw milk, then absolutely you don't. All those starter cultures, mesophilic and thermophilic, are already available in the milk. Just make sure you're careful when using raw milk, that you try and use it as quickly as possible from when it's been taken from the animal. And yeah, you won't have any problems. Just make sure that, basic hygiene for the animals and all that sort of stuff. Clean the teats before the milk and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, you should be absolutely right to go. You don't need the starter cultures when using raw milk if you're just making basic cheeses. So you shouldn't have too many problems there, Samer, if that's what you're after. For sodium cheese salt, okay, so cheese salt, you should be good to go. Just get any salt without any iodine in it, and you're good to go. So I don't think you'll have any issues getting salt. What else? Calcium chloride, I think you're talking about. You only need calcium chloride if you're using pasteurized milk. So if you're not using pasteurized milk, you don't need calcium chloride. Any other material? Look, you should be able to pick up most of the cheese making equipment from kitchen suppliers. Just make sure it's stainless steel, and you won't have any issues with that, Samer. So I think you should be good to go, mate. Trish has a quick one there. Just wondering if Samer is looking for natural alternatives to rennet as well. Any suggestions there? Rennet is difficult. You're going to have to find a cheese maker in country, unfortunately. See if you can find. They would probably be using the rennet bag or the abiasum, the dried fourth stomach of a ruminant, which has the rennet in it. That's the best way to get some. If you can ask them where they got theirs for, or how they make it, or that's the best way.